For those of you who have heard or have not heard, I don't understand how anyone could not have heard this awful, dreadful news, but General Motors has closed down its plant in Oshawa. This means that the city of Oshawa is going to be in for some very, very tough times. This is my hometown, by the way. This is where I was born. It's my hometown. And I am very, very upset because unlike the American president, who has promised to counteract these measures viciously, getting rid of subsidies and punishing them financially for closing down plants in America, Justin Trudeau, the long-haired Mac Daddy, son of Satan, so-called Prime Minister of Canada, said he was disappointed in General Motors. Being disappointed doesn't mean anything to General Motors. It means absolutely nothing to them. You expressing your disappointment makes them run away even more because they know now, and it's confirmed, that they're dealing with chumps. But what I want to say is that I am going to whip you Canadians in line so that you can stand up for this country, stand up for it, and stand up for it firmly. Do not allow this dirty, stinking, disgusting company to abuse our nation, abuse the city of Oshawa, and abuse the people who have slaved away in the company and have given their lives to General Motors. They take our bailout money, they take our subsidy money, and this is how they repay us. We cannot allow this to happen. Number one, we need to put tariffs on all General Motors products coming into Canada. They won't be allowed to give us a wheel. They won't be allowed to give us a light bulb. They won't be allowed to give us a seat or a sunroof without having to pay a heavy price for what they did to Canada. Donald Trump has expressed this idea for American companies that go overseas. That's number one. Number two, get rid of their subsidies. They're saying that they're doing this because certain cars aren't selling. Well, if certain cars aren't selling, then make cars that will sell. Keep trying. Don't hurt the workers. Didn't do this to General Motors. Don't punish the worker. Don't punish them. You took the bailout money. You took our tax dollars. You take our subsidy dollars. We expect you to treat the workers of your company with respect. So get rid of all subsidy money. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. In America and in Canada, if we give any to them. Get rid of it. And we can give it to other car companies and treat them well and shun GM or whatever, but that's what we do. I think Canada needs to start looking at ways to make its own car company. Why is it that the Swedes and the Russians and the French and the English and all these other countries have their own car company and Canada doesn't have its own car company? Maybe we should get somebody to invest money or assets to creating a Canadian, truly a maple syrup, Canadian car company. That's what we should do, and show the world that we don't need American foreign companies to set their foot here and to set their business here only to abuse us in the end. We don't need that. So we should do something like that. But finally, before I end this video, let's just say that we also have ourselves to blame. Because we have politicians and our elites, the elites of this country, who always jump up and down saying that Canada should join the global community and sign these globalist trade deals. But then when they do it and they join the global community, things like this happen because we don't have a good business environment for businesses to come here and create jobs and feel comfortable to stay here. We need to elect politicians who understand the business world and who will create a business environment for for companies to come here or for companies to be created here that will stay and that will thrive. That's what we need to do. So I am whipping Canadians into shape. I need to whip you Canadians into shape. Let's do it. Let's do it. We need to protect this country. We can't allow GM to do what it's done to us. We can't allow this. They took our bailout money. They take our money. They do all sorts of stuff to us, and this is how they repay us. Well, I'm not going to tolerate it, and you shouldn't tolerate it either. So stand with me, and let's punish GM. We need to call our politicians, call our MPs, call the long-haired Mac Daddy who says he's disappointed, but that doesn't mean anything, and we need to tell him to grow backbones and show some leadership here. Donald Trump is showing leadership. The Americans are showing leadership. We need to show leadership and punish GM!